So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on the life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success with me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh. Even though we did the wrong thing, my life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on 8th Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. Found the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's how really fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Isupk until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Mic check, mic check. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Get a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Let me know if you cannot hear me. They can hear me? All right. Sign close. Pull this up. Back on. This. Let's go. Boom. All right. Most sign crowd, we got 1 in the chat. I'll go ahead and clap it up now. Again, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. And this truth, this class that you're seeing, man, brothers and brothers all across the world at this. All right. Hold on 1 second, bear with me. Let me switch this. All right. All right, we should be good to go. So again, for those of you who's new to the class, if you have questions online, just type your question into the chat. I'll answer it. Before we get into it, I will take all questions from inside of the room. Shoot. Come on. So John is saying, say not ye that there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look unto the fields. Keep going. Mm-hmm. 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 So now that's the point, right? He's describing the scene. Right? John is describing that in 4 months the harvest comes, meaning in 4 months you're going to look out into the fields and you're going to see the corn is ready to be plucked, the grapes are ready to be harvested off the vineyard, right? And he that reapeth. So, glasses, bro. Hold on. Right? So he that reapeth receiveth wages, meaning what? What does that mean? He that reapeth receiveth wages. Mm-hmm. Meaning he has a job to do and he gets paid for it. Right? Now the next part is that he and the one that gathereth the fruit unto life eternal. What does that mean? It's simply saying, for Tom's sake, it's simply saying this, that both of these people are working and they both receive a reward. Right? That's the picture that's being planted here. The one that sowed the field, that planted the vineyard,
They get money for it. That's their job, and they get paid for it. And he that is coming to take the vineyard, or take of the plants, or take of the grapes off of the vine, or take the corn, he takes the harvest. He's gathering the fruit until life eternal. But for time's sake, well, I don't want to give it to you, right? So that's his reward. That's what he's working for. That both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. Meaning both of these people are now able to work together, because there is what? Here. What do they now have? I'm doing this with my hands for a reason. Order. Now they have order. Remember when Christ said, "You knew that I was an austere man, one who reaped what I did not sow. I took up what I did not lay down." Meaning you are going to reap. You're going to plant the vineyard. You're going to sow the seeds. I'm coming to take it. But we both are getting the reward. We both are doing the work, and we're doing it together. All right, keep going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That saying is absolutely true. Someone's going to sow. Someone's going to do the work. Someone else is going to reap the benefits. But we all are gaining from it together. This is a precept for brothers who have a problem with rank and order. This is that, right? The brother who has an issue with rank and order, he complains about how much work he does and how he never gets recognition for it. He complains about how much work he does behind the scenes, how he's the one who made the flyer, but then someone else is on it. Someone else is on the flyer, and you don't even get a shout out for it. No one says, "Hey, shout out to Trooper Shabai who made this flyer." It does. No one even cares. No one even cares about who planted the vineyard. When you go to plant grapes, do you care about who planted the vineyard? When you go to pick up strawberry, a lot of strawberry season, right? A lot of people is going to take their kids to pick up the strawberries. Do you even for once consider who the hell planted the strawberry seeds? Never. You never do. But yet, the man who planted the strawberry seeds, he has what? He gets money. It works out for him. But the man who gets the strawberry, it works out for him as well. It works better. It's called symbiosis. It's a homeostatic nature that our school has to have. Sometimes you'll be the one who has to plant the seed, and sometimes you'll be the one who has to come and reap the harvest. Keep going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestow no labor. Meaning, I'm sending you to go and take. Go take everything. Go get everything. Because the work that you're doing, you're getting it for life eternal. The work that they do in the world, the good things that they do, the things they try to do, the support they try to give, it's good. It's a good thing when people in the world give to the poor. It's a good thing when people in the world are trying to get people off of drugs and trying to make the world a better place. You know, the Michael Jackson song, "Make the World a Better Place." That's such a good thing. But I'm sending you to take everything from them. I'm sending you to go and reap the harvest from things you did not sow. Come on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ye other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors. Meaning you're going to go take their work. You're going to go take it. Like, it's not a secret that there's been food and clothing drives for how long in America? For as long as any of us was born. People have been giving back to the poor. They've been doing it. But now you're going to go take it from them. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to feed Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and you'll feed them until life eternal. You're going to go help them, and you're going to go harvest all of the work and all of the prisons and all of the food drives and all of the political whatever gain you can get, all of the grant money. You're going to go get it. You're going to get the grant money, and when you take it, you're going to harvest it for life eternal, meaning you're taking it for the kingdom of God. They did the work for what? What did they do the work for? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Close. They did the work for what? For wages. They did the work for wages. They got their reward. They wanted money. The Christian pastor, he goes and does food drives and clothing drives for what? Because he wants more money. That's why he does it. He claims he performs miracle, not because he's trying to give brothers and sisters life eternal. He does it because he wants the world to think God is with me, and because God is with me, I should get more of your money. You should come and make me rich. You're going to go take everything from TD Jakes. You're going to take everything from Creflo Dollar. You're going to take everything from everyone in the world that worketh. And what they work for, they gain wages. What you take for, you take it for life eternal. Keep going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Verse 39.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the Samaritans of that city believed on him,
Mm-hmm.
were saying of the woman,
Mm-hmm.
which testified, he told me all that.
Okay, yeah. So that's the end of that. Right. So that was the John trying to explain to his men to go out and take the work. Right. Go out and do the work. Right. Remember, the precept to that is Christ when he said, you knew that I was an austere man. So you knew that I taketh up what I lay not down, that I reapeth what I did not sow. So where's my money? Understand? Now, the spiritual part behind it is that we also do the same in the truth. We also work with this rank and order that we have, which is why Christ, when he was giving this parable, he was giving it to his brothers. He was telling his brothers, you knew I was this man. One day you'll be that brother. One day you'll be on a flyer that you did not create. One day you'll be given a report for a department that you didn't do the work. You didn't go out there and find the food pantry that you was able to take 30 gallons of milk or 50 pounds of potatoes, and you was able to get it, and you drove and picked it up and all of this. You didn't do none of it. But one day you'll be standing up, giving a report saying we was able to get 50 pounds of potatoes, 2,000 grains of rice bags, and blah, 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 blah. And whole time you didn't have nothing to do with it. But it's your department, it's your work because you're the man over it. So that's what John was trying to get them to understand. Go and take the work, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, what did I say? Oh, my bad. So I mean, that's what Christ was trying to get them to understand. So all right, next, what we got? Come on.
Question in Ezekiel, general breakdown Ezekiel 34 and 18.
Ezekiel 34, and these glasses about to piss me off. They be talking to me in my ear, man. Come on, you said Ezekiel what?
34 and 18.
All right, come on.
Singing, it is a small thing unto you.
30. You said 34 and 18? Let's go up to about verse 16.
So book of Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
I will seek that which was lost,
Mm-hmm.
and bring again that which was driven away,
Mm-hmm.
and will bind up that which was broken.
Mm-hmm. So what is he talking about here? Who is this speaking? Mm-hmm. It's the prophet Ezekiel, right? Mm-hmm. So what is he saying here? I will seek that which was lost and bring again that which was driven away. What is he speaking about? Yeah, he's speaking about the children of Israel, right? Because they were lost. These were the lost tribes of the children of Israel, and they were driven away unto these different countries. And they were also broken, right? They were enslaved, much like we are today, right? You're sharing the same spirit of what Ezekiel is giving us right now, right? Keep going.
And will strengthen that which was sick.
Mm-hmm. Meaning he'll go and heal the sick. Meaning he's simply saying, I'm going to go do the work to free the children of Israel. I'm going to prophesy. You go to Ezekiel 37, and he was prophesying unto who? Unto the dry bones in the valley of other bones, right? Because that's what he was ordered to do. Keep going.
But I will destroy the fat
Mm-hmm.
and the strong.
But I will destroy the fat and the strong. What is he talking about there? Ooh, who is the fat and the strong? Come on. Your Christian pastors. Your Christian pastors are so fat and they're so strong. And the fat here is not talking about physically. The fat here is talking about the abundance that they've gained off of you having nothing. Understand? You've been poor your whole life so that some religious leader can be rich and drive a Bentley. A lot of grandmothers don't understand that. That's why your lights is off. They believe their lights. the grandparents believe their lights are turned off because the light bill is too high, or because Duke Energy is somehow doing something to them. When in reality your light bill is off, is because you've given all of your money to your Christian pastor so that he can drive a Rolls Royce, so that he could be rich, and he does not turn around and help you. Ezekiel's seen this. And as a prophet, he does what a prophet did. He did what a prophet does. And he went out to heal the sick. He went out to bring the people that were sent to other countries and that was binded up and that was destroyed. And he said he's also going to destroy the fat and the what was the other word? Destroy the fat and the what? And the strong. Keep going.
I will feed them with judgment.
I will feed them with judgment, meaning what? He's going to blaze on them. You understand? He's not going to go to the religious leaders and say, well, they're just wrong, but this is just the right way that we're supposed to do it. We're just supposed to, everybody's supposed to love, but as we love, we're just not supposed to eat shrimp. And as we love, we're not supposed to eat lobster. Now, that's not what he's going to do. He's going to go free his people and tell them how they should live. And as he's doing it, he's going to tell the Christian pastor how much of a devil he is, like his father. How much you are such a nasty, disgusting, wretched, treacherous garbage, piece of garbage. He's going to go tell the wicked leaders of this world how wicked they are. You understand? Commander General Yohana, they try to make Commander General Yohana a bad man for speaking about Bishop Nathaniel. They tried to say, well, I mean, what did that guy say? Somebody said that you're supposed to go to he and thee alone. He said, he called into the show and said, if you had a problem with Bishop Nathaniel, then you're supposed to go to your brother. And General Hyman looked at him, or he on the phone, he talked to him and said, what are you talking about? We talk about Christian pastors every week. Every week we talk about dirty cops. Every week we talk about some lawyer or some leader, some politician that has gotten rich off of their wickedness and their disgusting lifestyles. We do it every single day. We do it like Ezekiel did it. We're going to tell the world just how evil you actually are. You're not going to get away from it. That's the judgment that he's going to feed to you, that telling you that God will unalive you. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for everything that you've done in the kingdom of heaven because you've gotten strong and fat, overtaking from the children of Israel. Keep going.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And as for you, O my flock.
But as for you, my flock. The flock is who? The children of Israel that would choose to serve the Lord. You want to serve God. You don't want to get rich and drive Bentleys and Maybachs if it means that your brothers live underneath a bridge. Again, there's nothing wrong with having a nice car. There's nothing wrong with having nice clothes or jewelry or nice things or having money. But at what cost? At what cost do I have to pay for me to drive a Bentley? Do I have to manipulate the world into giving me priest funds so that I can buy it? If that's the case, then I just won't have it. I won't drive a Bentley if my brother sleeps underneath a bridge. I won't drive a Bentley if it means that my brother's water has to be turned off. If his lights have to be cut off. I won't drive a Bentley. I'll just drive a mule. I'll just be like Christ. We'll just drive in some 2006 something so that the money can be used to push the truth, so that the money can be used to go into the school. Why? Because there are men who sow the field, and then there are men who come and reap it. We all work in homeostasis. We all work that way. Some brothers are going to go to work and get all the money. You know what they'll do? They'll send the money back so that we can buy the camp vehicle. We'll take the money that they make and we'll use it to go free our people. All right, keep going.
Thus saith the Lord God,
Mm-hmm.
behold,
Mm-hmm.
I judge between cattle
Mm-hmm.
and cattle.
I judge between the cattle and the cattle. Can we keep going?
Between the rams
Mm-hmm.
and the he-goat.
Between the rams and the he-goats. Meaning I look at all of these animals and I judge everything. But not regardless of what you are, but regardless of what you do. All right, keep going.
Verse 18.
Mhm. This is where your question is, right? Come on.
Seemeth it a small thing unto you
This seems a small thing unto you. All right, come on.
to have eaten of the good pasture
He said, it seemed like a small thing unto you to have eaten up the good pasture. You took the good of our people. You've eaten it up. You've destroyed it. The brothers and sisters, do you know how many brothers and sisters that are lawyers and doctors and surgeons and politicians and scientists and all kinds of mathematicians that we could have in the truth had it not been for TD Jakes? Do you know how many? How many militant soldiers? I mean, look at the NFL. Can you imagine taking the defensive line of the Detroit Lions and putting them at camp with you? I want you to imagine that for a second. Imagine LeBron James and he's on Shamar for you, and he's standing at camp on Shamar, a soldier, and then next to him is Kevin Durant or Shaquille O'Neal. Imagine that, Shaquille O'Neal beside you at camp. These are soldiers. You got surgeons and lawyers and smart people and all kinds of stuff. These people would be in the truth had it not been for Christian pastors. Had it not been for lying, greedy, money-hungry Christian pastors, these brothers would absolutely be in the truth. But because these religious leaders want to be rich, because they want to be fat, they want to be strong, they've taken the good of the pastor. Right? Keep going.
but ye must tread down with your feet
Mhm.
the residue of your pastures.
But ye must tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures. Meaning what? You step on your people. You step on the people that follow you. You step all over them when you drive your Bentley to the church. When you drive your G wagons and your Mercedes Benzes and whatever else Christian pastors do nowadays, right? You step on those, the residue of your pastor, meaning all that's left. I mean, you destroyed the common black man. You destroyed him already. He's not even in the church anymore, Manga War. He's not even there. Understand? He can't even be a follower of TD Jakes because he's such a crack addict. He's such a drug addict. He can't even be there. The brothers and sisters in the streets in the ghetto, good night. They have too much business selling drugs now. They have to fix their family infrastructure because their family and father was taken out the household at a young age because you Christian pastors convinced some terrible woman to be a terrible monster to her husband, and now these sons are grown up destroyed. Now they're broken. So they don't even have enough time to come into the Christian church and be a goody Christian boy and give you all of their money anymore. Now they're on the streets. And even the residue of the people that you have left, you step on them too. You'll step on anyone to make sure that your life is full of abundance. That's why that's the sermon in the Christian church. It's just to have abundance, just prosperity. Y'all ever heard of prosperity preaching? That's what the Christian church is all about. And I don't even think Christians would disagree. If I said it out loud to 1,000 Christians, they would say, amen. Life is about prosperity and abundance. But to what cost? To what cost? Who do you have to step on to drive the car that you drive? Who do you have to hurt to live the life that you live? Whose man do you have to destroy by sleeping with his wife to have the woman that you have? That's the question. Keep going. I'll read that part one more time. Mm-hmm.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing it is a small thing to you
Mm-hmm.
to have eaten of the good pasture.
Mm-hmm.
But ye must tread down with your feet
Mm-hmm.
the residue of your pastures.
But but ye must tread down with your feet the residue of your pasture. Like Ezekiel was saying, it's to you, it's like a small thing that you've eaten up the good pasture. You've already eaten all the good food. But damn, must you destroy the residue of the pasture as well? Keep going.
Into the trunk of the deep waters, but ye must stop the residue with your feet.
Meaning you drunk of the deep waters. You're so drunk in your abundance. You need everything. You need the waters of the deep. You need that. The pond isn't enough. The lake isn't enough. You need the deep waters. You want the ocean. You need every single thing, everything you lay your eyes on, you want it. There is some Christian pastor right now who has a multi-million-dollar home right now. And you know what he's going to do this weekend? He's going to be in some city looking at another multi-million-dollar house. He's going to be looking at it like, I like this one, but this one doesn't have the waterfall. But this one doesn't have the diamond crystal. Can we get the diamond crystal chandelier put up there, way up top? You got to have the water. You have to have everything. Go on.
Verse 19. And as for my flock, they eat that which ye have trodden your feet.
And as for my flock, they eat what you destroyed. They take what you destroyed. Keep going.
And they drink that which ye have found with your feet.
And they drink that which ye have fouled with your feet. Meaning what? What does my flock do? We take the leftovers out. We'll take the crackheads. We'll take the poor. We'll take the drug dealers. We'll take them. We'll use them. We'll put them in the camp. We'll take a crackhead off the street, clean him up, and we'll put him in the camp. We'll take the residue of the thing that you've destroyed. Take whatever you got and use it so that we can bring about the kingdom of heaven. Of course, you don't care about it. Christian pastor doesn't care about the common drug dealer on the street. He has no care in the world. He doesn't lose an ounce of sleep over it. He doesn't care about the mother who was selling her children for crack, for heroin. He doesn't even lose sleep over it. You can read that in Proverbs chapter 23, that the pastors have destroyed and scattered my flock and have not visited them. They don't even care. They destroyed them and just said, well, they destroyed. And then they'll eat the abundance of whoever is good. They take all the money from the surgeons. They'll take all the money from the professional athletes and the actresses and actors. They'll take all of their money and they'll destroy everyone. And then the ones that are the residue, they'll trodden over them with their feet like they're nothing but filth. But those who follow me, those who follow Commander General Yohanan, we'll take it. We'll take the residue that you've destroyed because we were the residue. We were that. We were your Christians at one point. We were your drug dealers. We were your substance abuse users. We were absolutely the thing that you created with your false religion in Christianity for 400 years in America. We were the product of what you destroyed. Now we're not. Now that's not us anymore. We're going to go and get the people that's under the sole of your feet, the people that you've destroyed, that you've hurt, that you have not visited to help, and we'll use them. Keep going.
Verse 20. Therefore, Lord God, behold, I, even I, will judge between the fat and between the lean cattle.
I'm a judge. The Lord said, I'm a judge between the fat cattle and the lean cattle. Meaning what? All of you will be judged. Everyone is going to be judged by the Most High. So you can keep having abundance. If that's what you want. A lot of people think that money saves them from the judgment of God. They believe that money will fix them. You know that they're buying plots of land in the kingdom of heaven? Y'all didn't know that? Oh yeah, Google it. Yeah, there's some Christian pastor out there who is selling acres of land in the kingdom of heaven for money. You thought I was lying? Yeah, they believe money saves them from judgment. They believe that money, as they molest your child and they sleep with your wife, they believe that because they have money and they have a food drive, that somehow that now they're a goodly, godly person who's going to the kingdom of heaven with their 2 acres that they bought 10 years ago, is waiting for them. The Lord said he's going to judge the fat cattle and the lean cattle. Everyone's going to be judged. Keep going. Wait, what was your question at? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right, come on. What's next? Come on. John 5:17. All right. Let's go. Let's go to verse 15. This question was in John 5:17. We're going to start in John 5, verse 15. Keep going. Y'all understand that, right? Meaning Christ had healed someone that was sick. It was a man who was maimed. He couldn't walk. And Christ told him to take up thy bed and walk. And he got up and he walked. Christ performed the miracle in front of everyone to see God's power, for everyone to see God's glory. It's similar to the miracles that you brothers will do today. Some of you brothers know for a fact that Commander General Yohana can perform miracles because you're the miracle that he performed it on. Without Commander General Yohana and his truth, a lot of us would not be walking out. You wouldn't. You'd be laying up in some graveyard. You'd be laying up in some graveyard, and Lord forbid, your wife would be terrorizing you every day. If you're not, you'll wish you was in some graveyard if you weren't already in it. But a lot of brothers come in here and they absolutely were drug addicts, were drug dealers, were all kinds of wicked things. You just name it. They were that thing. And they would have told you before they ever found the truth that they are. I've heard a brother say this one time. He said that I became the demon that was on me. And now I hear about it in music. They say, I'm a demon. I am a demon. They become the thing that is terrorizing them. It is a miracle to take a demon off someone out. It is such a beautiful thing. Like you'll see it being in the truth when you know brothers from years ago. You'll remember them as they first came in, and you'll know that brother had an alcohol issue. He had a problem. Or this brother had an issue with women. He was so lustful. Or this brother was a fiery hothead. He had to kill everybody in the club. And then years will go by, and you'll look at that same brother and you'll say, damn, Barakataya Hawawaya Hawashah. This is not the same man that I met. This is not that same nigga from Hebrew Academy. This man is someone new. He's someone absolute, someone that is righteous and holy, and is just a good man, a decent brother. That is a miracle. It's a miracle to witness things like that. And you'll only witness it in the Israelite school of UPK, because outside of here, people don't change because they want life eternal. People don't change because they want the abundance of the glory of God. People change in the world because of worldly possessions. They want to be in the Israelite group that teaches that you can only have one wife. You know why they teach that? Do you think they teach that because they believe God wants that? No, they don't teach that because they believe God wants that. They teach that because they don't know how to control their women. And they want peace. They want peace inside of their household. So because they want peace, they'll teach that God said that they can only have one wife so that they can finally have peace. So now, you have peace, but to what cost? You're a Muslim. You'll teach this and teach that with all kind of nonsense that Muslims teach because they believe it brings them peace. They believe that it makes them look good to be a Muslim. They believe that the lifestyle changes something when in actuality it doesn't. And so now you've chosen to be a Muslim, but at what cost? Did you have to lie about God to become a Muslim? Did you have to lie about what God said in the Bible for you to stay a Christian? Did you have to betray commanding General Yohana for you to be in that fake Israelite group? Did you have to leave him? Better start counting the cost and what you paid for what you want to do. No sweat. In the Israelite school of UPK, you'll perform miracles. And the only thing that you'll pay is your life. You'll give your life to do it. You'll give your life to be the miracle that has been performed, and you'll give your life to perform miracles on brothers that absolutely deserve it from you. You'll do both things in the truth because you're reaping the harvest that goes to God. You're doing the work that goes to his glory, not your own, not for you to get money, not for you to have peace. You want peace and prosperity, peace and prosperity and abundance and money and cars and women and all of this nonsense. That's not what we do. We do the work that's difficult because we care about those who are maimed. We care about the dumb. We care about the sick. We care about the blind. The world does not. The world has destroyed the pasture, and they've trodden over the residue of the pasture with their soles of the feet. We go and we fix them. We go and fix those who are broken. Like Ezekiel said, to heal those who are sick, to find and fix and free those who are bind. Can you read it?
Therefore, the Jews persecute Jews.
Therefore, Jews persecute Jews. Oh, it's like, nah, read that one more time.
Verse 16.
Therefore,
the Jews persecute Jews.
There we go. And therefore, it's like the Jews persecuted Christ. Which I need. Therefore, the Jews persecuted Christ. They hated the fact that he wasn't on their part. They hated the fact if Christ would have joined the Pharisees, he probably would have been the biggest Pharisee ever. They probably would have made him to be, he would have been T.D. Jakes. But because he would not get on their part, they wanted to persecute him because they believed that you should not have the power to lead without being wicked like them. Christian church is no different today. They don't even believe that you should get grant money. They look at you and say, damn, I mean, it's hard enough to get a library classroom without the world seeing you and saying, how in the hell are you supposed to have this? How are you supposed to get this building? How are you supposed to be in the Dogwood Festival? You know that you can't even go to the Dogwood Festival and be in the Israelite School of UPK? I want the world to know that. You cannot be in the Israelite School of UPK, a school with brothers who don't have warrants. They don't have them. They don't commit any crimes. They don't use any drug. Forget heroin and cocaine, like everybody else at the Dogwood Festival uses. I mean, there is an opioid epidemic that is going on right now, and all of the opioid users were there. But we don't even smoke weed out. We don't even smoke weed in the Israelite School of UPK. We went to the Dogwood Festival, and they had a weed tent. They had a weed tent with infused THC weed drinks and drink this and get high and eat this brownie and get high and gummy bears and get high. They got the gummy bears for the kids nowadays. You know that, right? Go on. Oh man, they had the weed samples at the Dogwood Festival in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They had the weed samples. It is a sin to be in the Israelite School of UPK because we are not like those in the world. So they think that we're wicked. They think that we're wicked, and they want us to not be in the Dogwood Festival because we're better than them. Because we're not fools like them. We're not all, we don't hate God like how they hate God. We love the Most High. That's why we dress like he said his sons dressed. That's why our sisters dress like he said his daughters dressed. We talk with the language that is the language of angels. It's in the Bible. It's there. We do the things that God said to do. So the Dogwood Festival said that we can't be there. And they persecute us. Your wife persecutes you. Her brother persecutes her. We get persecuted by wicked, evil men and women. The same way they persecuted Christ. For not doing, Christ didn't kill nobody. He didn't blow up the Dogwood Festival. He didn't go there and argue with people. All he did was go there and just perform miracles. I mean, hell, how many weed heads could we have freed? How many drug dealers could we have taken off of the streets if dogwood actually loved the people. But the rich are, to get their fatness and their strength, they were trodden down on the pasture. And then they would step on the residue of the flock. It's no sweat out. We'll just go outside of the Dogwood Festival and we'll just go to the homeless man on the street. We'll put a Bible and a microphone in his hand so that he can tell the world who the devil is on the earth. That's where we came from. But they persecuted Christ for that. Keep going. They wanted to kill him. Y'all should have seen those police. They were waiting. They were waiting for Commander General Yohana's men not to be as disciplined as we are. I love being in the truth. You cannot get us. We are so disciplined, and they wanted us to do something. They wanted us to have an illegal weapon, or to have illegal drugs, or to give them some reason as to why they could now wipe us all out, because they want to persecute Christ. And they damn sure want him dead. You think the world wants Christ to come back? You're a fool. You're a fool if you think that the world wants Christ to come back. The world doesn't want America to end. The world doesn't want this world to end. This world is too fun. This is Sodom and Gomorrah to your wife. This is Sodom and Gomorrah. You think she wants to live in a world where you have to follow a law? You show me a Negro that follows America's laws to a T, then you might have a guy who cares about, who wants the world to end. He don't follow, he don't put seatbelts on, he don't pay his taxes, he don't drive the speed limit, he don't pay his parking fees, he don't do nothing that America says to do. He hates laws. They hate him. You gonna tell me you want Christ to come back? To live in a world where if you disobey a law, you have to get stoned to death? Yeah, they don't want Christ to come back out. They want Christ to stay where he's at. They wanted to kill him. Keep going.
Because he had done these things on the Sabbath.
Because he had done these things on the Sabbath day. Ooh-wee. Isn't there always some reason? There's always some reason why you can't just have the library. There's always some reason why you can't just teach inside of the prison. Is it because of what you did? Is it ever that? Is it ever because you taught, you teach people to not eat pork? Is that ever the reason? Is it ever the reason that you teach people to not sleep with other men's wife? Is that ever the reason? Is it because you feed hundreds of thousands of people of all nations in America? That's never the reason. It's always because, man, I mean, it's just the way you dress. It's just your delivery. It's just the way you talk. Or it's just the boots and the militancy. The militancy you guys have scare people. Yeah, I got you. I hear you. It's just because you did it on a Sabbath day. And all you got to do is to understand this scripture. All you got to do is ask yourself this. Did they really care that Christ did this on the Sabbath day? No. It had nothing to do with it being on the Sabbath day. They didn't want Christ to have the power that God had given him. They hated it, just like they hate Commander General Yohana. They hate the power that he has. They hate the sincerity of brothers in the Israelite school of UPK. They wish that their men in their fake Israelite group was sincere like you. You understand? If you ain't been in a fake Israelite group, then you just don't get it. You go into some fake Israelite group and you'll be getting beat up by Captain Uzziah. Uzziah will be whooping your ass at a movie theater. And he won't get reprimanded for it because, you know, I'm sure he knows a lot of good things about his leaders. You can't tell a fake Israelite what to do. You tell a fake Israelite to go and sow the field, to go and plow the dirt, to plant the vineyard so that another man can come and take it. They about to whoop you until next week. They don't have the discipline to withstand the chastisement that you get. And have you been in council with General Hyman? And have you had a council with General Hyman yet? You have? If you online, tell me if you had counsel with General Hyman, and you know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the counsel where you did something good. I'm talking about that other one. If you've had counsel with General Hyman and you stood in the truth, you stood in this school with these brothers, you are better than every fake Israelite. You're better than them. General Hyman, he has such a, I don't had so many counsels with him. I probably had about 100 counsels. But he has such a way of showing you just how much of a bitch you are. Just how much you are. He has a way of just opening the door and just saying, just go to IUI, just go to the fake Israelite group. just go to the Christian church. He'll just say it, in a way that makes you feel so stupid, and you'll realize I cannot stand this chastisement. I can't take it. I can't be disciplined because I don't want to be corrected. I don't want to change. And a brother or sister like that has no place in the Israelite school of UPK. They have a place in the church because they don't want these miracles to be performed. They don't want the miracle to be performed on you. You ever seen the exorcism or exorcist thing, whatever? When the demon is on them and the demon's going crazy, and they like, get the demon off, throw the holy water, get the demon off. And the demon does not want to change. It doesn't want to leave. That's your wife in the council with General Hyman. Yeah, she does it. As he's telling her what she needs to fix herself, she puts the phone on mute. She mutes the phone and says, "What the fuck does he think he's talking to? What the hell does he think he's talking to?" Some of you brothers do the same thing. You talk bad about General Hyman and the counselors and that you get counsel from because you don't want the miracle to be performed on you. But you brothers in here that are sincere, I applaud you if you went through that counsel and you stayed, because you've proven that you want to change. You've proven that you would withstand evil. General Hyman, Commander General Hana is so good, and General Hyman has made himself to be evil so that he can purge you out of this school, or so that he can purge the bitch in you, so that he can get the wickedness out of you, so that you can become the miracle that Christ died for you to become. Those fake Israelite leaders, they wish they had brothers like you that could stand in that council. They wish they had sisters like you that were strong enough to stand in that council, to change your life, to say, Khan, I don't want Khan, even when it hurts, even when your feelings is hurt, because you are sincere. It has nothing to do with your militancy. They don't give a damn about that. No one cares about how you talk. No one cares about that. They hate you because God is with you. And only in such a place like this can you see the Most High magnified through the brothers and sisters inside of this school. Only here. And them Sadducees and Pharisees, they seen it back then. They seen it back then with Christ. They said, damn, where is the fault in this man? Well, he did do it on the Sabbath day. He did do that. Keep reading.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus answered,
Mm-hmm.
Father worketh in me too.
And Christ said, my Father worketh here too. Keep going. And I work. Meaning my Father did this because Christ said what? There is nothing I do of myself. Anything I do it from the Father. The Father gave me the power to do this. The Father gave me the orders to go and teach my people, to die for my people, to heal my people. So I don't do nothing of my own. The Father is here doing the work. Keep going. Or was that your question, right? Yeah, that's it. That's it. You got the precept to this, right? As far as when he cut them about the Sabbath day. Okay. All right. If you need it, let me know. All right. But Christ said that my Father worketh here too, meaning the Lord works on the Sabbath day. He does it. He absolutely does it. When he frees you, when he heals you, When he helps you, he does it on a Sabbath day. He also does it on Thursday, Tuesday, first day of the week, last day of the week, in the middle of the week. He'll do it tomorrow. He'll do it the next day. He'll have mercy on you on any day. And that is such work. It is such work to have mercy on Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when we have been so terrible to God. We have been so disobedient to the Most High. He would be right to destroy us all. He would be right to just drop us all dead, and that'll just be the end of it. But he's so merciful unto us, even on the Sabbath day. If he wasn't, you know how many people would be dead on Saturday night? Can you imagine that? Could you imagine if the Lord took a day off with protecting you from dying from gout, with protecting you from stray bullets, protecting your children from the drugs that is flooding the streets of America? Do people only sell drugs throughout the week and not on the Sabbath day? They sell drugs on the Sabbath day, right? Oh, I thought so. Well, if drugs is being sold on the Sabbath day, then your children absolutely need protection. And we're destroyed, so we can't protect our own kids, but God can. He can protect the children. Anybody know how he protects those children? From the drugs that's flooding the street on the Sabbath day? But what about the bullet that's going to take your child's life on the Sabbath day because he's in the wrong place with the wrong crowd? What about the police officers that's going to come and arrest you because you have the illegal weapons on you and you're driving without a license? What about the high blood pressure you're going to get on the Sabbath day? You're going to get it because you eat all of the pork and all of the shrimp and the lobster. Anybody know how God works to protect you on the Sabbath day? Anybody know? I'll give y'all a second to see if you can figure that one out. Come on. Nah. He don't check. He know you ain't following the law. Remember, the Lord's greatest attribute is his mercy. That's his greatest characteristic. He knows you're a sinner. He knows it. He knows you're an absolute wicked and disgusting sinner. But he has mercy on you, and he works for you. He works on the Sabbath day to save your life, even though he should take it. But does anyone know how he works for you? How he saves your children's lives on the Sabbath day? Anybody online? Nadia, you got it?
Slug, sir. Slug, sir, can you hear me?
Give him a hand. That's it. He sends you to camp. That's what he does. He sends you to camp to go teach brothers and sisters to not eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. To teach those children to not hang around brothers that's going to obviously get them unalived. To teach those brothers to not sleep with another man's wife today. Don't get drunk tonight and go out on a Saturday night and sleep with another man's wife, because you will die on the Sabbath. You'll die. And the Lord is working on, you brothers go out there to that camp. God is in that camp. He's absolutely there having mercy on you, because you brothers could just be at home. You could be like who? You could be like fake Israelites. Fake Israelites, they don't believe in God. They believe God didn't work on the Sabbath day. They believe God doesn't perform miracles because of what day it is. So they'll never get with brothers to go and fight for brothers and sisters on the Sabbath day. But you will. Because like what Christ said, my Father worketh here too, and I work. Good to go? Come on, what's next? Come on.
Ecclesiastes 29.
Ecclesiastes 29 and 21. Nadia, I can't hear you. Do you have any questions? Salag, I seen you backstage.
No, sir. I was trying to answer the question, but
You said what?
I was trying to answer the question about how God saves our lives.
Yeah.
Also, Michael Ward had got it. No, it's too wild, sir.
Said Ecclesiasticus. What verse? Chapter? All right, let's go. Shame. All right, so I'm gonna give the definition of shame, but read it.
The chief things for life is water, bread, and clothing.
Mhm. The chief thing for life is water, bread, and clothing, and a house to comfort shame. So I'm gonna get the definition of shame first. Mhm. Caused by the consciousness of wrong and foolish behavior, right? Hold on 1 second, so bear with me. All right, read that one more time, Slot. It's like the definition. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So the feeling of, say one more time, Slot, of disbelief, painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior, right? All right. So now that is what shame is, right? Is the act or action of a person doing something foolish, right? And what makes it foolish? They know their consciousness. They know that they're a fool. A lot of women know that they're shameless, right? They know that they're shameless creatures because they're conscious of what they are and how they behave. They just don't care about it. But now go back to this scripture. And go ahead and read it. Mm-hmm.
The chief thing for life is water.
Mm-hmm.
Bread. Clothing.
The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing. What does that mean?
So those are things that you need.
Right, because you need water to drink. Without water, you die. And without bread, you'll die. And without clothing, you would be sinning if you're walking around with no clothes, right? But the point is that these are the bottom basics that you need for life. The point of this scripture is that there is something in here that you believe you don't need. That you believe that you don't need. Everyone agrees that you need water. Everyone agrees that you need bread. Everyone would agree that you need clothing. But read it again. There's something that people won't agree with. Read it again.
And a house to cover shame.
And a house to cover shame. What is that house that covers shame? Think about it. Come on. Close. The truth. The truth is the house that covers that shame. You understand? Outside of here, your women let their shame run free. There's no shame. They don't care if they had 10 baby daddies. They're gonna run around and run their mouth like they're whatever the hell they think they are. Without the school, brothers have no shame. They don't care what kind of lifestyle they lived, what kind of life choices they've made. They'll say, I am a demon because there's no shame. But in this house, we cover shame, meaning you don't let this shine. It'll sit you down. It'll say, you know what, you're not teaching. It'll say, you know what, you're going to go into the substance abuse program with Captain Akkad. You're going to go into it because you're an alcoholic. Or you're going to go into this because you have this demon. Or because you have this demon. Or because you have this. And this house covers that shame. It doesn't hide it, but it keeps you so that you can be fixed. In the world out there is no house that protects their shame. It doesn't hide the shame. It lets the shame shine through. Their house is like a glass window. They don't care who sees them in their foolishness. They don't care. And here you have someone that'll look at you and say, you should be ashamed of that. You should be ashamed that you did that. You should be ashamed that you behaved that way. You should be ashamed that you made that mistake. But no sweat out, because in here we'll protect you. We'll protect you from yourself. We'll cover you and we'll guide you and give you water and give you food and give you clothes. But we'll also cover your shame out by telling you to stop, telling you to change. Otherwise, you just get kicked out the house. And then your shame will just be free to be anywhere. You'll just be a shameful bastard, a shameless bastard, or a shameless woman. But in here, you're covered. You ever heard someone say, I got you covered up? I got you covered. I'm covering you. Cover my six. It means watch my back. Like I'm watching your shame too. I'm watching the things that you do that makes you foolish. But don't worry, y'all. In this house, you'll be covered by Commander Janihana. He'll cover you. Good to go? We got next. Come on.
I want to know is John chapter 5, verse 28 to 29.
John chapter 5, 28 and 29. All right, let's go.
John chapter 5, verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 29. It shall come forth. They that have done good to the resurrection of life.
Mm-hmm.
And they that have done evil to the resurrection of damnation.
I believe that this is, again, I believe this is physical and spiritual. Physically, if this is talking about the first resurrection, then this is going to be when we are freed from the judgment that God is going to put on the earth. And we'll go up into the chariots and be with the Most High, right? While everyone else will be in damnation. They're going to be in the lake of fire and they'll die. But it's both physical and spiritual because resurrection is always going to be both physical and spiritual, right? Everyone will die, even us on the chariots at some point in life, right? And throughout time. But then eventually you will be resurrected again, right? So let me get with Cap, but if I'm not mistaken, this is talking about those who will go to the chariots and then those who will just die in the lake of fire, and then they'll be resurrected again later in the kingdom of heaven. All right, anything else? Come with it. No, you too up. Come on.
So in John chapter 6 verse 2, on the deceased physical bodies or spirit.
John chapter 6 and verse 2. Come on, read it.
This is what John chapter 6 verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And a great multitude followed
Mm-hmm.
him, because they saw his miracles which he did on the disease folks' life.
Yeah, so this is physical. Yeah, no, you too up. But yeah, this was physical, and a great multitude followed him, which they saw his miracles, which he did on them that were diseased. Right, so Christ was just healing the sick. Because he healed the sick and he performed his miracle, the masses of people started to follow him. You understand? Because they felt like he had great power. All right. Come on, what you got next?
So in John 10 chapter 6 verse 6 through 14, I want to know how to break that from the
6 and 6 through 14. All right, let's go.
So this is John 6, verse 6 through 14.
Mm-hmm.
And this he said to prove him, for he himself knew what he would do.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. Philip answered him,
Mm-hmm.
200 penny worth of bread is not sufficient yet,
Mm-hmm.
that every one of them may take a little.
Mm-hmm.
One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, verse 9, there is a lad here which have 5 barley loaves,
Mhm.
2 small fishes. What are they among so many?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. Jesus said, make the men sit down. Now there,
Well, hold on. So like read verse 9 again. Mm-hmm.
verse 9, there is a lad here
Mhm.
which had 5 barley loaves.
So now this last, so Christ is having a conversation with Philip, right? And right now their problem that they're having is that they don't have enough food to feed everyone, right? There's about 5,000 people. Remember, Christ had he healed the sick, and after he healed the sick, the multitude of people had started to follow him, right? And as he was following him, he realized that he had a great company, and then he started to talk to Philip, and he was asking Philip, how are we going to feed these people? How will we buy enough bread to feed everyone? Right? I believe they were at the Passover, if I'm not mistaken, or the Passover. The Passover was coming up, and so they're asking how we're going to get enough bread to feed everyone. Read verse 9 again. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is a lad
Mm-hmm.
which had 5 barley loaves.
Meaning that there was a young man here. There was a young man who had 5 barleys of loaves. I'm not quite sure what a barley of, but it wasn't a lot. You understand? It was not much. Keep going.
2 small fishes.
And only 2 small fishes. All right, keep going.
But what are they among so
But
many?
meaning, like, what the hell is this? Understand? Like, he's like, yo, we got so many people, and someone's like, there's a young brother here. He got a peppermint and a piece of gum. I was like, what the hell is this peppermint and a piece of gum going to do when I have 5,000 people, that's grown men, women, and children who are ready to eat? All right, keep going.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said, make the men sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was much grass in the place.
Mm-hmm. So now Christ he's setting up the order, right? He's setting order here. He wants to count them in. He wants to see how many people do we actually have. And he has 5,000 men, right? Keep going.
Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus took the loaves.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had given thanks,
Mm-hmm.
he distributed to the disciples.
And so when he took the loaves, he took the bread and he started passing it out to his men. Right here, you take this, you take this, and you take that. Keep going.
The disciples to them
Mm-hmm.
that were sent.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise, fishes.
Hold on, read that part one more time.
The disciples to them
Mm-hmm.
that were sent.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And likewise, fishes as much as they would.
Meaning what? And likewise to them that were sat down. Who is the them that was sat down? Come on.
Were those the disciples who like go away?
Remember, who did he just sit down?
Oh,
He sat down 5,000 men, 5,000 people. He gave bread to the disciples. And then they took bread and gave it to them that were sat down. Keep going.
likewise, fishes as much as they would.
And as much as the fish as they had. Keep going.
Sweat.
Mm-hmm.
And they were filled.
Mm-hmm.
He said to his disciples,
Mm-hmm.
gather up the fragments that
Mm-hmm.
remain, that nothing be lost.
Mm-hmm. So meaning what? Everybody was able to eat. The bread did not run out. The fish did not run out. Right? What did run out?
So I think that was.
Mm-hmm.
So the disciples that were sent to him,
The disciples were the 12. Right? The 5,000 were the multitude of people that followed Christ after Galilee, after he performed these miracles on the people that were diseased. So now they're just following Christ. It's like, shit, where you going? We going with you. and they have 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish. And Christ starts to hand the disciples the fish and the bread. And then those disciples goes and feeds their people. The food never ran out. They had abundance of food left over. But what did run out? Come on. Their faith ran out. Their faith. They didn't believe that they had enough to feed their people. Y'all is gonna one day believe, how the hell are you gonna feed all of Eastern Carolina? It's 2 of you. You have no money. You're gonna question how you're gonna feed the city of Durham. How are you gonna feed Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians by the masses across every city and state in America and across every country in the world? How will you do it when you look in your bank account and you have $26? We're about to have a food drive on Saturday, and you're going to see exactly how it happens. You're going to see it. You're going to look in the bank account and see we have no money. How in the hell are we supposed to feed every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian in Durham, North Carolina? How does this make sense? How is this possible? It's not. If you leave it up to you, it's not. To a man like you, it's not possible. You're right. Everybody should just die. Maybe we should just all starve to death. Maybe we shouldn't go to the Passover, babe. Your woman is going to do this. We're looking at our bank account, and they're going to question, how is it? We can't go to the Passover. We don't have enough money. You might not have enough money, but your faith will get you there. Your work will get you there. And your work will also feed hundreds of thousands of people. It'll do it. You think you can't feed millions of people? If you believe you cannot feed millions of people, like you're in the wrong occupation. Do you think that there's NBA players that don't believe that one day they could be as good as LeBron James? Do you think if you ask them that, they'll say, no, man, I'll never be as good as him. If that's the case, like, you are in the wrong occupation. We're in here to compete. We're in here to fight. You know who we're competing with? We ain't competing with the IUIC. We ain't competing with the Christian church. We're competing with nations that have destroyed us. There are nations of people on this earth that believe that they're better at feeding our people than we are. That they're better at healing our people than we are at healing our people. That's who we're competing with. I give a damn about some. And of course, to you, it seems impossible. It seems impossible to rid all of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians off of drugs. It seems impossible to get Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to stop unaliving each other by the masses right here in America. It seems absolutely impossible to feed everyone when you only have 2 men. There's only 4 of you brothers. You don't even have a building of your own. Which one of you drive a Bentley? Raise your hand. Which one of you got the Rolls Royce or which one of you got the Maybach? One of you got the mansion, the eight house bedroom mansion? Come on, Michael, well, let me know. Which one of you got the $100,000 in your bank account? I ain't gonna go too high. 100,000? No? Shit. Well, what about the 75,000 in your bank account right now? No? I mean, damn, 50,000? 25,000? Okay, this might hurt my feelings. What about 5,000? You don't even have $5,000 in your bank account. And they damn sure didn't have 5,000 loaves of bread. But somehow you will feed everyone. Somehow you're going to do it. It's going to get done. Because even without faith, it's like even without money, you have faith. You believe in God. You believe in the miracles that Christ performed. And these disciples, they had to consistently be taught how to never question what Christ said to do. Christ wanted these men to eat. They had that bread and they had that fish. Go feed those people. Keep going.
Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore they gathered them together and filled 12 baskets with the fragments of the 5 barley loaves,
Mm.
which remained over and above unto them that had eaten.
Mm. Well, yeah, what verse?
13.
Verse 13. So they took the food that was left over. They took the food that was left over. That's what you're gonna see this Saturday. If you want to see a miracle, just wait till this Saturday. Or Lord allow, whenever the food drive that's being held by Officer of 5,000 Iraq, under Captain of 13,009 Thak, and of course under Commanding General Yohana Slag and also General Shawamar, you're going to see how a bunch of poor men are going to feed everyone. And you know what's going to happen after we feed everyone? We're going to look, and there's going to be bottles of alcohol for us to drink. And we're going to have so much food to eat, and we're going to be so full, and the people will be full, and there will be clothes left, and there will be all kinds of trinkets and things left over that we just going to be looking at it like, damn, what the hell is all of what we supposed to do with this? You're going to be wishing that there was nothing left, because now you got to clean it up. You got to pick up all of the food and figure out what to do with it. You're going to have to get all of the clothes and fold all of the clothes back up. And then one day you're going to have to ask yourself this very, very important question. How in the hell does world hunger exist? If these mere men with $1,000 in the bank account? No? Yeah, these some low value brothers in this school. And have $1,000 in the bank account and you're going to go feed everyone. How in the fuck does world hunger exist? How? How in the hell are there children without clothes? When you brothers that don't even have $500 in your bank account right now are going to go and feed and clothe everyone that needs it. Everyone, not even just Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indian, everyone, every soul in Durham, North Carolina, you're going to go feed them. How does world hunger exist? The world doesn't believe in God, but we do. Keep going.
14.
Mm-hmm.
Then those men, when they had seen the miracle that Jesus did, said, this is of the truth that prophet that should come into the world.
This is of what? Those men who've seen, they watching, man, they looking at the UPK, they looked at Christ. And those men who, when they had seen the miracle that Christ did, they said, this is of a truth, that prophet that should come into the world. Meaning what? What are they saying here? What are they now recognizing? Before, if you go back into a couple chapters before, the people, they were questioning Christ. They didn't believe him to be the Son of God. They didn't believe him to be the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords and to be the leader of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They didn't believe him to be that. Just like they don't believe Commander Jenny Hanna is nothing. Y'all should see how they talk about him. Commander Jenny Hanna has done nothing but give his life for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And the world tries to ridicule him like he's some sellout, like he's some filthy pig Christian leader, like he's a Jehovah's Witness. They try to talk about him like he beats children or something like that. But they did the same thing to Christ. They didn't believe him. But then one day, he fed everyone. He fed everyone when we had no food to give. And then they said, oh, this is the truth. Akim, this is why this is the home of the truth, because you'll do the same thing. You're going to feed everyone when you have nothing. The world will know that you are the home of the truth. And Commander General Yohana is the prophet that's here to save us. He's here. He's been here since the 80s. And he's been working. He's been performing miracles. He's been healing the sick. He's been healing the diseased. He's been making the blind see and the dumb speak. He's been doing it since the 80s. There's going to come a time when now you'll realize it. I realized it about 10 years ago. But there's some brother out there, he's never seen it. He doesn't know. But Commander Jenny Hanna is giving you the bread, Akim. He's giving it to you. He's giving you the rank. He's giving you the zone. He's giving you the classes. And you have to turn around and feed those men. You got to turn around and you got to feed them. You got to help them. You have to save them. And without faith, you'll be having a Passover inside of your house with your family. I pray you understand. Is that it? All right. What we got next? Come on. Same chapter, verse 39. Let's go.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 39.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the Father's will which I sent,
Mm-hmm.
that all of which he hath given me,
Mm-hmm.
I should lose nothing.
Now, this is the Father's will which he has sent me. Meaning this is the will of the Lord that sent me. All right. That of all which he hath given me, should I lose nothing. Keep going. Mm-hmm.
But should raise it up again at the last day.
But to raise it up again at the last day. This is where your question is, right? What to raise it up again at the last day? I read. Meaning, okay, just to put it simple, a lot of Christ died and he lost his life. He lost the position that he had on the earth. But the will of the Father that gave him the position that he had, the powers to commit them to perform the miracles he performed, to bring the glory of God onto the earth, he's not going to lose it. But in the last days, he's going to raise it up. He's going to raise it up again. Like when Christ comes back, it's going to be as if he never left in the first place. It's going to be, he's going to come back and the seat is going to be prepared for him. It's going to be right there. He ain't going to have to go in and work and die again. He's already died one time. He's already given his life one time. And ignorant people would think that he lost his life, that he lost his power. He lost this. Remember, Peter wanted Christ to fight against the Romans. He said, Peter wanted him to fight and to run and hide. He said, we would hide you and keep the Romans away from you. And Christ checked the hell out of Peter. He said, if this was my kingdom, my men would fight. If this was my kingdom. But this is not my kingdom. His kingdom is coming. And everything that the Lord promised him in Genesis, he's going to get. He's going to have it. And America's going to have to pay for thinking that they could ever take it away. You brothers are going to have to go through the same thing. They thought that by killing Christ that would get rid of him. They thought that by unaliving Christ, that would be the end of this truth nonsense. That'll be the end of that. Nah. Christ said everything that my Father gave me, I'm going to have. And it will reign forever and forever. All right? Good to go? All right. Let me see. Let me read this comment. Like Commander Jenny has said before, the white man asks, it's like it. I believe he's saying acts. The white man acts like God didn't put enough food on this earth for everyone. He is a selfish dog. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's a selfish dog. And he does not believe in God. But we do. Come on.
John 6.
Come on with it.
So this is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 53.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jesus said unto them, verily, verily,
Mm-hmm.
I say unto
Mm-hmm.
you, except ye eat the flesh of the Son of Man,
Mm-hmm.
and drink his blood,
I need to have my Coke Kool-Aid like right here, right? So we could drink the blood of Christ together, right? I'm just joking. Go up a couple verses above and get, I believe this is flesh and his blood.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, verse 51.
Mm-hmm.
I am the living bread.
Christ said, I am the living bread. Oh, there was something else. In verse, no swear, we could get it from there. Christ said, I am the living bread. Like him being the living bread means what? What does it mean for him, for Christ to be the living bread? Hold that and go to Matthew 4:4. Just read it whenever you get it.
He answered and said,
Go to verse through. Let's go to verse 1. Let's get the context of it.
Then when Jesus led up the Spirit to the wilderness,
So now Christ is getting prepared to be crucified. He's preparing himself to go through the pain and the torment and the torture that he's going to have to go through to save us, right? And he's going to be tempted by the devil. Keep going.
verse 2. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward hungry.
So now Christ had eaten or drinking nothing. He had no food or no water for 40 days and 40 nights. All he had to do, what was Christ working on in the wilderness? Come on.
Strengthening himself to fight against demons.
Yes, but to do that, he had to be what? Yes, something else. Come on. He had to work on his focus. He had to focus. I tell brothers all the time now, there's something I work with General Hyman for a good second now, just working on focus. Because when you lose focus, you'll lose sight of what you have to do. Now things will bother you. Now your wife leaving you will bother you. You understand? When you have a school to build, your wife will leave you and then you won't go to camp. Your wife will leave you and then you won't teach the class because you'll soak in your depression. You'll soak in the depression of not seeing your children, of not seeing whatever, your child or whatever the case may be. You'll soak in your depression because you're not focused on the task at hand, right? Another precept that you could use for this is, I forget the brother who was in charge at the time, forgive me, but the men who went to war, and when they went to war, some of them lapped and some of them bent at the knee to drink the water. And so all the men that lapped, he sent them away, meaning that if your mind is not ready, if you're not on point and focused to go to this battle, then don't even be here. You understand? Right? So now he's preparing himself to focus because he knows what he's about to go through is going to hurt. It's going to be painful, a pain immeasurable, pain that you've never could imagine existed on earth. You would never imagine the type of pain that the Romans are going to put on Jesus Christ. And he knows that it's coming. He knows that it's coming and it's going to hurt him to have to walk right towards it. But he focused. You're going.
When the tempter came to him and said, Thou art the Son of God, command these stones be made bread.
So when that devil came up to him, and this was this is someone who wanted to take Christ off of his focus, to say it's simple enough. He said, command these stones be made unto bread, right? Meaning what? If you got so much power, then go ahead and turn these stones into food so that you can eat. All right, keep going. I got you, Nadia. Oh, Slaga, the water,
Water,
Nadia.
sir.
It was Gideon. It's a story of Gideon, the water. Come on, read. Mm-hmm.
But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone,
Mm-hmm.
but by every word that proceedeth.
So now, Christ said that man shall not live by bread alone, but by what? But by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God, right? Meaning God's word is what will keep us alive. God's words is what we need so that we can live. Because if he would have eaten, then he would have fell victim to his flesh, right? Satan was his stomach in that moment. Sometimes Satan will be your wife. Sometimes Satan will be your emotions. Sometimes Satan will be your mental illness. You'll have many of things. You losing your job, your work, your family, your family structure, your mother, your father. Sometimes these things will become Satan unto you. And Christ had to tell his stomach to shut up because it became Satan unto him. But he said, not only shall man, you understand, live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Now, go back to John, right? Go to verse 53. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, go where we were at. Where was we at? Verse 51. No, verse 50. No, 51. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now Christ said what? I am the bread. We just read in Matthew that the bread is something that you eat. And if you eat of this bread, right, or it's like not bread alone should not be the only thing that you eat, but the words of the living God. Now Christ is saying what? I am the bread. I'm the bread. Keep going. Mm-hmm. Which came down from heaven, like manna. Right? We needed manna in the wilderness. We needed food. And the Lord sent manna from the heavens to feed us. Now he sent Christ. Now Christ is the bread. In the wilderness, you needed food. You needed water. You needed clothes. You needed that so that you could stay alive. But now you need him. Now you need the word of God. You don't need bread and water and clothes. You need him. And he is the bread. Keep going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. Now, is this talking about literal bread? How do you know? That's true, but there will also be a contradiction. Because Christ just said in Matthew, verse 4, in verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone. Well, then that would be in contradiction to John. He said, if you eat this bread, you'll live forever. So what's being said here? If any man eats of this bread, he shall live forever. What is Christ saying? Come on.
That if you follow after Christ, meaning him, if you follow after Christ, then you're following after the Father, and the food that he gives, this food lasts forever.
It's very simple. You follow Christ and do what he said to do, and you won't die from drug addiction. You won't die from AIDS and HIV. You won't die from high blood pressure and gout and all of the wicked. It seems so, how can I put it? It seems so normal for people to have high blood pressure, doesn't it? Like someone dying from high blood pressure, to us, it seems like just a normal thing. It just seems like, yeah, that's supposed to happen. Cancer to us is like falling off a bike. Like you hear about somebody getting cancer, and you almost have to like force yourself to act like it's the craziest thing in the world. But deep down, it's like, Obviously, you got cancer. Doesn't everyone have cancer? Isn't cancer like the leading cause for death in America? Yeah, I mean, you're going to get cancer. I mean, let's just be real. You're going to get it. It's going to happen because it's so normal. It's not. It's not normal. The ways that we die in this place, it's not normal. We die like this because of the lifestyles that we've chosen to live that goes against God. And we've made our wickedness normal. And so when you take a people and make their wickedness normal, then you make the evil that comes with it just as normal. So now it's nothing for a man to die. You go beat in the scriptures, man, in the Old Testament and in the New Testament, there were cities for brothers who had to go who were murderers as they awaited trial. There were cities. There were cities for brothers to go and sisters that were deformed. They were born with 3 legs, pause. Born with 3 arms with fingers and stuff. They had to go somewhere because it wasn't normal. Like unalive somebody, like somebody killed somebody in the city. That was crazy. Committing adultery, somebody committed adultery in the city. That was insane. It was so insane that you would put her in a pit in the middle of the city and you would throw rocks at her head until she died. That's how crazy it was. But because we have ingested our oppressor's wickedness, now the evils that come from God, the punishments that come from God, we believe that to be just as normal as somebody getting cancer. And it's not. So now, when he says, if any man eat of this bread, he shall live forever. Keep going.
The bread that I will give is my flesh.
And the bread that I'll give is my flesh. It's me. But what he is saying is, you're going to have to live the life I live. You're going to have to be like me. You're going to have to take up your cross like I did and follow me. Keep going.
Which I will give for the life of the world.
Which I will give for the life of the world. If any man eat this bread, he shall live forever. And the bread that I will give is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. He'll give himself for the world. He gave himself for you. And so now for you to live, you're going to have to indulge in him. You know what we indulge in today? TD Jakes. That's what you listen to. That's what you love. The stripper on the stripper pole. You're going to indulge in all of that tonight. It's going to happen. Someone's going to be in the club and they're going to indulge in that stripper. They're going to indulge in a lascivious lifestyle, indulge in selling drugs. They're going to indulge in it. And when you indulge in a drug dealing lifestyle, do you just look at it? Do you just look at it? Oh, I get it. Maybe you just you know, when they say, I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover, I think that they just maybe they get like a little cracker and they put Big Meech on it and then eat it. And then I guess that means they're Big Meech now? Is that what drug dealers do? When they want to be Al Capone or El Chapo or Frank Lucas, when they want to be like these drug dealers and they want to indulge and be like their favorite drug dealer, do they just get, do they just get something to eat? Nah, they go do what Frank Lucas did. They're going to do what Al Capone did. They're going to do it because they're indulging in his life. They're looking at what Al Capone did. They're taking notes and then they're going to do it. They're going to repeat what Frank Lucas did. They're going to repeat what Frank Matthews did with Paid in Full, Rich Porter, Alpo Martinez. They're going to repeat what they did because they're indulging in their life. They're not going to eat a cracker. So now how do you indulge in the life of Christ? You're going to have to look at what he did. I can go do it. You're going to have to be like him. You're going to have to dress like him, talk like him, die like him. Keep going.
Verse 52.
Mm-hmm.
The Jews therefore strove among themselves, saying, how can this man give us his flesh to eat?
Like these Christians were so stupid. These Christians were so stupid. They thought that he would end his ministry by teaching cannibalism. That's what they thought. They thought that after all of the work that he did, you know what this is like? For anybody that's been in the truth, if you've ever heard General Hyman say that Chris Rock should go fuck Will Smith's wife, and you believe that that somehow was like a cut to the truth, you believe that General Hyman is teaching for Chris Rock to go commit adultery with Will Smith, you are just as stupid as these Jews here. You know nothing. You don't know anything. You're just stupid. And it's fine. You know why General Hyman doesn't give a damn? Christ said he spoke in parables on purpose. Anybody know why he spoke in parables on purpose? Come on. Mm-hmm. It wasn't for everybody to understand that. If that's what you believe General Hyman said, and that's what he's teaching, whoop-de-doo. When you go fuck Will Smith's wife, just go smoke crack too while you do it too. And if that's what you believe, that I'm teaching you to go smoke crack, then just go smoke crack. Go do it. I mean, damn, you don't listen to General Hyman when he tells you to put on some clothes, you whore. You don't listen to that. You don't listen to General Hyman when he tells you to not be a drug dealer, to not be a sinner. You don't listen to that. But of course, he said, oh, go fuck Will Smith's wife. That you will listen to. Just go smoke crack while you do it. Go do it. Have fun. Enjoy it. Now, the brothers who are not idiots, here we are. And we're going to indulge in the life of Christ. We're going to eat his flesh out. We're going to do it. We're going to do it every day. We're going to eat all of the sacrifice that he had to make, all of the punishment that he took, all of the persecution that he had to deal with. We're going to eat that. We're going to eat that up. We're going to take that. When we go get persecuted for Christ, we're going to swallow with a manly stomach. Pause. We're going to take it. We're going to take the beating. We're going to take the persecution. We're going to take the hatred. Because Christ said in the Bible, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, when thou come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Christ also said this. He also said, if the world hate ye, know that it hated me before it hated you. And now that the world hates you, you're going to eat what I ate. You're going to be what I was. You're going to suffer what I suffered. And that's how you'll live forever. Keep reading. Mm-hmm.
Verse 53.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jesus said unto them, very, very,
Mm-hmm.
said to you,
Mm-hmm.
except you eat the flesh of the Son of Man,
He said, except you eat the flesh of the Son of Man. Keep going.
and drink his blood,
And drink his blood. Eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood. Keep going.
you have no life.
Yeah, you have no life of you in you. Because the bread that you eat is the bread of lasciviousness. The bread that you eat is the bread of gang violence. The bread of you eat is the bread of wickedness. And the blood you drink gets you drunk off of sinning. You're drunk in your sin. But if you drink my blood is pure. My flesh is clean. I don't sin against God. You can eat of my flesh and drink of my blood, and you won't be a sinner anymore. But you eat pork. You eat shrimp. That's what you eat. All right. We're going to eat the flesh of Christ and drink his blood. And it does not mean that we're physically drinking or eating any goddamn thing, just like none of the other scriptures that we just pulled meant anything about eating bread. Nothing in Matthew had nothing to do with bread at all. None of it. And neither does this. Keep going. Mm-hmm.
Verse 54.
Mm-hmm.
Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Actually, what was your question too? Okay, so we're good to go. All right. No sweat up. Understand? With that, we over the time, so we got to roll up out of here. But again, the water to all of the brothers that's in the classroom that's rocking out in Snow Hill, North Carolina. If you are in Eastern North Carolina, make sure you make it to these classes, man. Every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Snow Hill Library, Greene County Library in Snow Hill, North Carolina. Also, shout out to Officer Nadia that's on the line as well. Also, make sure that y'all making y'all preparations to get to Nashville, Tennessee, July 4th weekend, man. Officer in the shop, all the brothers out there, they setting up and preparing. They had a video, man. I wish I had it queued up because they did a video with some little boy. Y'all seen that? That shit that was smart because now I feel so obligated to be there. That little boy said, man, hold on, man. Can I cue that video up real quick? I gotta cue this video up. Y'all gotta bear with me on this one. Because this was the best promotion that I have seen in a long time. If somebody could find it and send it to me. Hold on one second. Let me see. I'm telling y'all gonna want to see this this cookout promotion. It was beautiful. It was glorious. Let me see here. Let me reload this. Let's see what's up here. Should be right here. So like, bear with me. My internet is not the fastest up here. Yeah. Send it to me in Messenger. Yeah, send it to my Messenger real quick. A matter of fact, I probably could have went to Nashville. Sent it at the water. The water not out as well. I see it. Let me share my screen. Just check this out. Hold on. Why I can't hear nothing? No, don't do that. What the hell is that? Nadia, can you hear it?
I can hear, but it's choppy.
Again, now I feel like they lied. I can't even remember about this. They're not even coming. And now over this. Nobody's coming to the room. Because.
Nah, man, don't do like that, man. Look, Thursday, see what you bring in. I'm coming down here to school, teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brothers gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. Gonna feed our people at JC Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. On top of during Family Day, also we're gonna have a sisters tea party. So everybody's coming to that. And at the Family Day, it's gonna be bowling, movies. It's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down.
Oh, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right? All right, man.
It's
Second,
like,
there we
yeah,
go.
so like I was saying, I don't know about you brothers, but I aim to not displease that young brother right there. That brother was damn near about to cry. He thought that no one was coming to the cookout. I'm going to be there. Let him know Javelin will be in the building to the cookout. He said, I just think no one's coming. Now we up here setting up and no one's coming. Man, we're going to be there. So make sure that you're doing all your preparations. Get to the Nashville, Tennessee cookout July 4th weekend. Also, make sure you're supporting the truth. This weekend, Saturday, Durham, North Carolina is holding a food and clothing drive. Hit up Officer Rockman and ask him how you can help send in funds and support so that we could take 5 loaves of barley bread, 5 barley bread, wheat loaves, whatever the hell bread it was, 2 pieces of small fish, and then we're going to feed 5,000. We're going to feed 10,000, 15,000. We'll feed everyone in the city of Durham, North Carolina, under command of General Yohanan, of course, Christ and the Most High Yahweh. With that, the water again for joining the class. Shalom.